Hello, loyal viewers and my honest, caring subscribers. It is once again your friend, Wild Elf 26. And hold on a second, I'm dealing with the lighting. Now, as you can tell, there's the Wild Elf tapestry, the Naruto shirt, as usual, of course. Not to forget my many different cosplays, including my Naruto and Ninja Turtle mask, This is a more rudimentary mask, though, not as much detail as my usual cosplays. So here, in the makeshift YouTube studio, here in Central Florida, your favorite, and let me see if I can do this in the lighting properly. Sorry guys. Your favorite retro gaming elf and cosplayer, Wild Elf 26 here. Now, a while back, and I'm sorry because all the lighting is terrible, I had a secondary light that's supposed to actually support this light, and I couldn't get it properly charged, and I apologize for that. Yeah, the secondary light is a rechargeable light. This one can run off a USB or whatever. So bear with me on the lights. As you see, I'm playing some classic Mortal Kombat 3, and in the thumbnail I think it's kind of expressive, if not totally explaining what the content of this video is actually about. Now, a while back, when I had the big fat PS2, the big one, and I mean way back, you have to scroll down my videos and find it. I discussed the Mortal Kombat Arcade or Arcade Mortal Kombat disc trick. And I showed you guys that on the large fat PS2 console, the big bulky one with the drawer. Well, now that my replacement PS2 console has a open top door, I thought it was important to show that that same trick will actually work on the open door PS2s, because some people might not have believed it. They might have thought, oh, it's just a snafu that was in the large PS2 with the drawer, and that by the time they made the new one, they corrected that so you couldn't do that, right? Well, no, you can perfectly do that same disc trick. It's just a little different because it's a flip-top door. I'm sorry if there's shadows or you can't really see my face too well. Maybe if I hold this like this, you can sort of see. I don't know. But on these cameras, these amazing high-def, super technically advanced cameras, they seem to get dimmer and dimmer and dimmer on their light filters. So I wonder what that's all about. Okay. But without further ado, let me play you in traditional. All right, guys, now you've been officially played in with the Ocarina. Instead of the Ocarina of Time, it's more like the Ocarina of Chime, because that's a 6-hole ocarina. It doesn't quite have that potato shape that the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time ocarinas all have, the sweet potato shape, including the one Saria gives you, which is only brown, until you get the actual Ocarina of Time, which is that color blue. All right. So I'm going to have to use the gimbal at some point, but I'm going to try to show you guys what we're working with here. And of course, we've got the replacement PS2 Slim. Yes, the Slim, folks. And I've got the banana yellow memory card in. And right now we're running PS1 Mortal Kombat 3, because it's backward compatible, of course, and it's dang near close to the arcade on that one. That was a very strong port at its release. The only problem with the PS1 Mortal Kombat 3 is there's a lot of noticeable loading times, which also affected the Mortal Kombat trilogy that came after it. Okay. But that's just to establish that. All right. So what's the manufacturing date? 1995 on that one. All right. So that PS1 game is as old as at least as old as 1995, and it's still running strong right here in 2025, the time of this video. And there's no knowledge that is not power. And there's a lot of power-hungry people out there, a lot of control freaks that want to interfere and mingle in the lives of people they know nothing about, whether it be politics or just the neighborhood busybody, who knows. But anyway, let's get back to the subject at hand, Tapestry, and the items we are currently interested in, which of course, Mortal Kombat 3, sorry it's so dark, God, I gotta reposition the light for that too, sorry folks, it's just a big snook fest here. Okay, there, you can sort of see, okay. Yeah, as the light burns my finger as I'm holding it. It's a powerful light, folks. There's the MK1 PS2 disc from Deception in the middle. Then we have above something extra I want to do. They talk about the Slim not being able to run blue PS1 discs, which are CD-based. Or CD-based PS2 discs, yes. So we're going to test that too, just for the heck of it, folks. And of course, we'll be using this controller that came with the replacement PS2. And it's a licensed Sony controller. It's an interesting configuration, and it works pretty freaking well, I would say. All right. And here we go. First, we're going to open the door on the PS2. Go down here by the memory card. There's a door open button right there in case people are not already familiar. Let the screen come back. It's kind of... Okay. Now we will open the door. There. I will take PS3 Mortal Kombat out. Interesting. It seems like the game's still running off of that. That's something I wasn't even considering testing. And I've had that game a long time. Yes, it does indeed. But it has to access it for the next portion. So now we will hit reset. And now we will put in what I promised to show you guys on the Slim PS2. Gosh, sorry about the gamma radiation. Sheesh, the light is helpful only to itself. It's like, okay, yeah, light's only going to be helpful to itself. All right. All right. Going to put that right here between my Enterprise E and my Enterprise A from the Star Trek movies. My favorite was Star Trek The Final Frontiers, my favorite Shatner movie. And Picard's Enterprise E, which I wasn't too impressed with because it's actually the size of the Enterprise C. It's not bigger than the Enterprise D. It's not even the same size as the Enterprise D. They went backward with it. And I think they moved the saucer around to make it look like the Starship Voyager. Yeah. Apparently Enterprise wasn't prestigious enough, so they wanted it to look more like the Voyager. So yeah, that's always interesting to me. Maybe it's interesting to you if you happen to be a Star Trek and Next Generation fan. All right. So here we go. We're going to close the lid. Hit reset again and let it load. I like to wait until the title screen of the game to insert the controllers. It seems to recognize the controllers better when you do it at that point. Okay, now right now you'll have some title fonts that look like Mortal Kombat Deception. They'll even say Deception, but this was the bonus disc for Mortal Kombat Deception. And they had a similar one for the Xbox version at that time. It contains Mortal Kombat Arcade, the very first one, and some history of Mortal Kombat options you can look at. So, we're going to put it here. It's probably going to go to the other screen in a minute. I'm going to use this time to adjust it on the static mount gimbal. And I'll probably have to use the zoom to get a good image. So hold on. Hold on loosely. Don't let go. You're squeezed too tightly. You're gonna lose control. There we go. Y'all want that lounge lizard atmosphere. I gotta say, the best lounge lizard singer had to be Bill Murray. Bill Murray was like the epitome of the perfect sleazy lounge singer, and a lot of those comedic bits he did as a lounge singer. He also put lyrics to the Star Wars music intro, and he had Paul Schaefer working with him on that particular SNL skit. And they're in the video of it. You can find it on the YouTube as well. But yeah. And you might want to Google lounge lizards or comedic lounge lizards or Las Vegas lounge lizards. It's a good Google search, or whatever your search engine happens to be. I'm going to use this time to put the Mortal Kombat 3 away. And this is essentially a yakking and snacking video, obviously. So I got my box of potato chips for the snacking. And as you can see, Mortal Kombat is here. It's running. And let me put the controller in. There we go. Now it has recognized the controller. It is active. Let me make certain to adjust the gimbal, because I'm not sure what is in frame and what is not. I may have to show you the controller again. There we go. Now I had this set, so it should be very positional for this. So you've got a couple of metal brackets here. Twist this a little bit, sorry guys. Yeah, it makes that noise, and sometimes it's embarrassed too, so I make it. How's that? Am I getting any of the corners proper? I mean, this gimbal is exactly where I had it previously, the last time I did one of these videos, and you wouldn't know it. It's acting like I repositioned the whole thing or something, and I did not. Pardon me. Sorry folks, when I have to do a transitionary camera shot, it's not always as intended. Tapestry, Naruto t-shirt. Okay guys. Maybe you'll get part of that there. Hold on. It's being a little crud right now, so hold on. Okay, is this any better? Any more centered? I think I see the Vizio logo at the center. TV, of course, is a Vizio. Okay. People have different opinions about the Vizio brands. They tend to be affordable. And depending on what side of the breadbasket you're on, that's either a good thing or something that people will make sport of for some reason or another. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, the thing about Florida is it's just as humid, if not more, than the forest of Hyrule. And the Princess Zelda might disagree with that, and if she does, well, excuse me, Princess. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to play this a little bit. Let's see, I think you guys can see most of this now. The two Enterprises, the PS2 Slim. I hope my head's not blocking the shot. May have to twist this a little bit. There you go. Or not, I don't know. Okay. Da-da-da. Okay, here's all the button layout, what each button does. And if you ever owned the first MK3, it's the same layout as that. So, except for the missing run button that's not represented here, which is one of the shoulder buttons, of course. Okay, now the game is officially loaded into the machine. It's accepted the command of play Mortal Kombat. It's accessed that file, and that game has been intentionally loaded into the machine. There's some video there. Richard DeVizio is Kano. He's pretty cool. He's a martial artist actor, lives in Chicago, and he's got his own YouTube. You guys got to go see the Richard DeVizio YouTube channel. Give him some comments. Give him some likes. He's been in a few movies back in the 90s and in the 2000s. He's done stunt work. He's done actual acting with scripted lines. And he actually helps teach martial arts, too, up in the Chicago area. It's not his primary job, though. He's got a different job. So. But life has been good to Richard DeVizio, so, for the most part. And he was Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat Deception. And Baraka in MK2. Alright, here we go. Now you can see the controller is active. The analog sticks are recognized. Not that we're going to use analog in a fighting game. Analog sticks are probably the worst thing you could possibly use in a fighting game. A D-pad is paramount because the D-pads give you the perfect precision for the codes that you have to input to throw a knife, to do the cannonball, and a few other moves. It's funny, you got Sonya as his first opponent. Usually they save her for like the middle. Or maybe I'm confusing that with MK3, Kano and Sonya. Dang. And the monks clap in the back. That's classic. Oh, there we go. Whoa! Oh! Cannonball's being a little sticky. There we go. Okay. I got that cannonball out a little earlier. I could have comboed there. This is essentially the same kind of graphics that you'd probably have with the arcade 1-up, because this is the arcade version, the full reinterpreted control-wise arcade version. All the nuances, all the strategy exploits, they all work on this version. Fatality. Oh, darn it. You gotta do the fatalities quick, and you gotta be standing in the right spot to do them. This is OG Mortal Kombat. They didn't give you a whole lot of time to accomplish the fatalities. Lots of blood. That's what made it famous. Plus, they look like real people because they're real actors in costume. When they were using blue and green screens at that time. That was before they had all that polygon stuff. Just shortly before the rush of the polygon games. That's 3D games. There we go, fatality. He's a heartbreaker, heart taker. No making no mess around. Test your might, folks. Boom. Oh, Liu Kang on the pit. Okay. Kano, it's mostly a jump kick strategy or a quarter rising kick to get some of the harder enemies. The hitbox seems to be longer for Kano when it comes to jump kicks. The only other fighter that has a hitbox that similar is Raiden. Oh. See, that was the combo I was going for earlier. To the bottom. Oh! All the gruesome gore and wonderful blood, yeah. It has that Roman Colosseum effect to it, yeah. You know, feed him to lions. Caesar holding his fist up and going down. Fatality. Oh, Raiden got me. Well, you know, he is a thunder god. Kano's just a mercenary. Oh! Ah! Ah! And contrary to what some people may say or what someone might tell you, Kano's not a cyborg. He just lost an eye, so he has a cybernetic eye. And in MK3, they weaponized his eye. He's got like a laser in there. An assault laser, like a weapon. Alright. Let's use Sub-Zero. Oh, they changed it to Kano as the opponent. Okay. You'll notice it's free play. There's no set number of continues, so because it's the arcade title. Oh, oh no! I need that applause after that round. There we go. Oh, good. He let off a block at just the right moment. There we go. That's what made Mortal Kombat famous. That fatality. It was considered too gory for a lot of places. And on the Genesis version, they alter it slightly so it's not looking at the player when he rips the head off. And that was back in 1992, folks. That's when that hit the arcades. Oh, Johnny Cage won. The movie action star, Johnny Cage. Oh. Oh. There we go. And they get you in that corner, and computer's pretty shameless. Remember, this is the quarter muncher. This is the actual arcade one. So the AI is the arcade AI, which was to get you to squander as many quarters as possible. Back to Kano. Ah. Still Johnny Cage. I thought they would have changed him. Okay. Ah. Dang. tic-tac kind of hit and hit back thing is annoying here. Yeah, the computer just keeps whittling you down. Okay. Oh, that sure got him. Ah. Gotcha. Okay. Third round. All right. Ah, that should have given me enough time to uppercut him when I avoided the shadow kick in the first place, but computer is dominant, so the regular logic that would work in a two-player game is not applicable during a CPU match. One, the computer is totally reading the codes you're putting in, so it's blocking them before they even come out. Okay, go with Scorpion. Okay, guys and girls and folks. Oh, we're on the pit, so oh. Yeah, he is unrelenting, Johnny Cage. They have made him unusually powerful this time around. You can't adjust dip switches or difficulty on this, so you're pretty much at the mercy or non-mercy of the computer. And he's way more agile than he's supposed to be. Really? Oh. Okay, guys. Well, on that note, bring the timer down. Yeah, sometimes I do that. When a computer gets riled up so much that you have zero chance of beating it at all, I go, well, you know, I'm not going to expend that energy. I'll play it again when the computer has a different approach. And it does randomize. It randomizes the AI tactics sometimes. And you may have a chance. You may have a window of getting through and defeating Mortal Kombat.
Johnny Cage.
Ah, there's the actor that plays Johnny Cage. He also plays Sub-Zero, and he also plays Scorpion. His brother is the actor that plays Raiden, Carlos Piscina. Speaking of Raiden, yeah. And there's speculation on the yells that Raiden says during Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2 when he flies across the screen. Some say he's saying, Edoki's dog or Bedoki's dog. What was it? I do it the way she wants. And there's another one. Our friend Daryl Tsung on his YouTube thing, he yells, honey marmalade. So I guess that sounds as close to whatever it was Raiden said. Yeah, that's the one, the honey marmalade. I think it says Psyche Jacquenade or something. It says, I don't know. Saki Jacquenade. But Daryl Tsung interpreted it as honey marmalade. And it fits, so it's fun. All right, here's the magic moment. Like you're at your friend's house or your friend's apartment, and whether that's some lady that's a cool gamer or some guy that's a cool gamer, and you make sure to make this game the last disc if you're playing it on their Sony, if they have vintage consoles. Like, you brought over your games and make sure this game is the last game you play. Then say, okay, I'm going home now. But I'm going to let you play that game for the rest of the night. But I'm going to take the game with me right now and let you play it for the rest of the night. And then they're like, well, hey, how's that even possible? And it's like, easy. You do it like this. You open. You carefully reach in with one hand while the earth rotates on its axis. Remove the disc. You see, I just removed the disc, the MK1 bonus disc for MK Deception bonus disc for PlayStation 2 that has the arcade MK1 on it. I just took it out of the machine, clearly. I'm placing it down, and now I'm shutting the lid. You'll see the video and voiceovers are all intact. Some of the music won't access, but the game is all there. And we'll prove it right now with the active controller. Let's go with Sub-Zero. Ah, there you go. Yeah, all the voice samples are intact. Basically, the complete game is there, except for a couple of the background music tracks. And they're clapping. There you go, guys. Yeah, it's definitely on the PS machine, and this time it's the PS2 Slim with the door that opens. So it definitely does work on both types of PS2s. I call it the Mortal Kombat disc trick. And you only do that with the bonus disc that came with Mortal Kombat Deception, which back in the day when that game brand new was released, Mortal Kombat Deception, I bought the bonus pack version of it that cost extra just for this disc. I actually gave away the Deception at the time because I wasn't interested in the Deception. Mortal Kombat Deception was a 3D fighter, and to me the graphics looked very cartoony, like they were trying to go anime comic book instead of real life. Heck, I prefer War Gods over the PS2 run of 3D Mortal Kombat games. Boom! There you go, guys. Another victory. I'm not going to go all the way up the ladder at the moment because I still have another thing to test out. We talked about it before the gameplay started. Remember, guys, there is no disc in the machine right now. There's nothing in there. Just the program loaded. There you go. Here, let me put this in frame so you can see it maybe. Show you there's no disc. There's nothing in there, folks. It's playing the game and there's nothing in the disc. No disc. Okay. So, the previous game that was just in here was a PS2 disc. Now, the other thing we're going to test is the complaint that a lot of people have, that they claim that the new slim line versions of PS2 do not play the color blue PS2 discs, which are the first generation ones. The earliest PS2 discs were blue and they were CD-ROM, and then they jumped to DVD-ROM. And when they went to DVD-ROM, they stopped having the blue. Like I said, this is a PS2 disc, but it happens to be blue. And this is a PS2 disc, and it's not blue because this is an actual DVD-ROM. So let's take blue here and see if it'll recognize and play, you know, because they claim that these new ones, these new PS2 Slims can't recognize these or something. They have difficulty or something. So, okay, there we go. Open the tray, and we will insert the blue disc. The blue disc, which I'm sure is something that a chiropractor shouts every once in a while. The blue disc. So many discs in the back, that is. All right. Okay. Now we will close. Another thing that chiropractic surgeons probably say, now we will close. All right, now I'm going to initiate power and let's see if it recognizes and plays or if there's some snafu. Hey, it recognized and played. Boy, that engine in the CD drive, DVD drive just went real hyper fast a minute ago to load up whatever code it needed to load right here. Oh, okay. EDOS. This is some kind of Winter Olympics or Olympic Games. An early one. First gen PS2 release. Back in 2002. Okay, 2002, this one. Salt Lake Olympics 2002. Okay. Create a new one? Sure. Save to memory card. Yay, there we go. Alright guys. Now this game ain't, you know, on a scale of best being 6 and worst being 1, this is a 1. But it proves my point. The Slim, or at least this model of Slim, seems to play the blue disc without a problem. Okay. Apparently I'm playing as a Japanese player. Alright. Okay, there's the layout for this one. Change camera, sharp turn, tuck, and steering. Both are active. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of pre-rendered graphics here.
Welcome to the course here at the Snow Basin Ski Area in Salt Lake.
All right,
Some
guys.
good times already on the board. Let's see if the Japanese skier can do better. Well, let's hope he does all right on this run.
My camera angle ain't too bad. I remember I tried it with the snowboards before, and that one was a little bit egregious. Alrighty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this demonstration, this testing of the PS2 Slim, and what it initially is, which is the Mortal Kombat disc trick that is also compatible when you do it with a PS2 Slim. Okay.
This young man has certainly disappointed the media. He hasn't come anywhere near achieving his potential with this run.
Oh no. Alrighty. And that's why I'm not an Olympian.
Well, he certainly isn't happy after that performance.
Okay, that's hilarious and goofy.
And let's take another look at this run in the replay. Well, not a very
I'm
good
going to
run
put
at all.
MK3 back in there.
No, that's a real disappointment, Tom. He certainly hasn't made much of a dent in the competition today.
Boy, this thing is spinning good. Okay. Had to chop that right before the music started. Heard a little bit of an intro, and I just chopped that off right there. Like, nah, I'm not gonna have some music playing there. No, I don't know that music. It's an unknown, so I'm not gonna have it play. Okay. There we go. Oh wait, this is the MK1 disc. No, I just told everybody I was putting the MK3 disc back in. By the way, folks, if you can't see it, this is the MK3 disc. I hope the focus on my camera is clean enough to show you that. I've had that disc quite a while. I even had to resurface it once, professionally and otherwise. And that's the thing, folks, when you have physical discs, you gotta be careful with them, but occasionally they'll get little scratches and whatnot. And if the gouges are only on the plastic side, not on the label side, there's a chance that you can get the surface resurfaced. There's machines you can buy yourself called the disc doctors or the Data RX doctors, and they usually have a hand crank. You can grind a new surface, or the motorized versions. There's some software places that have big $3,000 machines that are made just to resurface game disc, movie disc, whatever, music, whatever. So yeah, it helps extend the life of your hard to find software. So I'm just putting that out there in case some of you don't know that. And I totally recommend physical media. Anytime you're on anything that's online based or totally online dependent, you run the risk of stuff that you purchased properly, that they could reach in and censor content, or they could even delete it if their licensing agreement with the other company goes bad. So even though you paid for it, and they will not reimburse you for the cost of that game. So that's the dangers of non-physical media. All right, guys, this is another interesting Wild Elf 26 video. And in addition to Mortal Kombat's on the PS1 and PS2 system versions, I, of course, also have my 16-bit iterations. Because, like I said, I am YouTube's beloved retro gaming elf, Wild Elf 26. And here's one of my 16-bit ones on my handheld. And because Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is coming out soon, I figured it was kind of cool to put all this kind of together in one video. And at the same time test the PS2 Slim's abilities, and to debunk a couple claims that some folks have been making online and on social media regarding whether or not it will play the blue discs. All right, guys. I'll let that kind of be a little music soundtrack to itself right there. And like I said, it's basically sort of a yakking snacking type video, so time for some tater chips. And all my loyal viewers know I like the canned potato chips, and I like them barbecue. Yeah, barbecue. I forget what the code to unlock smoke is in this, but it was during those first copyright screens and before you get to the big MK3 logo. And there's a debug menu code. You have to enter it at these story screens. And forgive the aspect ratio. This Vizio, I can't adjust it because I don't have the original Vizio remote. So it's eternally locked in widescreen. That means the 4.3 image is being stretched to 16 by 9, and it slightly alters the image quality as a result. Okay, let's see here. Who'd I pick before? I was on Mortal Kombat 1. Let's go to options. Put on mono. There we go. That's where you want the music. Daryl Tsung, if you're watching, always put it on cranked. Otherwise, you're going to have very minimal sound on the music. Okay, I like the layout, but some people change it. R1 is block. L1 is, you know what? I'll make L1 run. There we go. Yeah, that's my preference. Okay. Game configure. And for the sake of it, we'll leave on medium, I guess. I don't know. Opponent. A lot of loading time if I put it for all. So, yeah. You can see that loading time if we fight Shang Tsung. There we go. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a PS1 disc, and there were some loading time issues the way they arranged this game. Oh, I picked Cyrex. I meant to pick Kano. It's Richard DeVizio again as Kano. There's a different actress playing Sonya though. It's Carrie Hoskins. She's a amazing, a very physically fit person. Even here in 2025, Carrie Hoskins is a beautiful lady. She's still physically fit. It's amazing. She's had like 2 or 3 kids already that they're almost grown. And she's just an amazing example of great genetics.
Cyrax wins.
Yeah, I only know one Cyrax fatality that I remember. Everybody has a 3-hit, but some people have like a 7-hit. That couldn't get it. Very short window of fatality time, so it's supposed to be a whole block, down, down, up, down, high punch while releasing block. Ah.
Cyrax wins.
Okay, folks. Yeah, I can teleport too. I forgot about that. They do read your moves, so that's the. Ah, that sure worked. Oh well.
Wins.
Yeah, 6-hit. That's about all I can remember from his.
Cyrax wins. Fight.
There it goes. Enjoy the fatality, folks. Helicopter of death. Get to the chopper.
Cyrax wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
There we go. I could have gone for a stage fatality there. There's a bunch of rotating blades at the bottom of that pit, but I wanted to get that fatality out. Ah, the subway. Another stage fatality. I think for Cyrax it's run 3 times and down.
Cyrax wins. Fight.
Yeah, Kung Lao's bringing the heat. Hey, it's Daryl Lau. And when you're playing against a human opponent on the same sofa, which I prefer, you know you're doing really well when you get the other person cussing. When they start cussing in the middle of the matches because of how you're beating them, that's when you know your skills are really right. Ah.
Cyrax wins.
Darn it. I didn't get in position quick enough to do the code. Oh, darn it. Oh well. Looks like Kung Lao's gonna miss his train. And now it is time for Kano. Ironically, I wanted to pick Kano, and I picked Cyrax instead. True story, I once beat Mortal Kombat 3 Arcade on 1/4, and the first time I ever did that on 1/4, and it was I was using Kano. There was this arcade that was up in St. Augustine. It was on the strip mall connected to the Ripley's, believe it or not, and in St. Augustine, Florida. And one morning I walked in there, they had this Mortal Kombat 3 machine toward the back of the arcade. I put 1/4 in that sucker, beat it with Kano, and I guess my endorphins were pretty active at that point, because I put another 1/4 in, and I did it again. I defeated the game on 1/4, but with Liu Kang. So now I'll pick Kano. There's Carrie Hoskins. Yeah, she's great. She's in a bunch of Midway games. Revolution X, Aerosmith. She plays Mistress Helga. Oh, Mistress Helga. And she's in War Gods, another Midway classic. At least I think of it as a classic. I wish it was on the Legacy Collection. Its controls are identical to Mortal Kombat. It has fatalities. Here, the cannonball is a Liu Kang bicycle kick move, except for this one. Oh, wait, this isn't Ultimate. All right. In Ultimate, they give him a diagonal cannonball also, which is kind of a Street Fighter Dragon Punch motion with a kick.
Wins. Fight.
Yeah, this is when Kano was an American raised in Japan, and then the leader of the Black Dragon. But after MK4, they made him an Australian, because the actor that played Kano in the Mortal Kombat movie back then, I believe his last name was Goddard. He passed away. The movie actor did, and he happened to be quite Australian. So in his honor, in some of the later games, they converted Kano to being Australian. There you go, the choke. That's a wonderful move.
Kano wins.
That's the Shaken Johnny syndrome right there. If I can combo that. Ah, no, he's blocking it or getting out of range of it somehow. There we go. Oh!
Kano wins.
Just by strand, okay. Third round.
Fight.
Okie doke. I hope that was fun for everybody. After this match, I'm going to call it.
Kano wins.
There you go. Kano wins. All right, Richard DeVizio out there, that was dedicated to you. I'm going to have to call it stops right now. because I'm not sure how long the video is. Let me unattach it from the gimbal, and that in itself is a little... There we go. Alrighty, folks. And once again, it is your good friend, Wild Elf 26. And as usual, guys, thanks for tuning in, and extreme close-up.